you need to sell Canva templates. So if you're looking to start an online business, but you don't know Photoshop, you don't know Illustrator, you don't know Procreate, you're not imaginative at all, and you can't really create anything that anybody's going to want to buy and put up on their wall, then what do? Well, what you do is you sell Canva templates. No, Canva templates aren't the most glorious thing to be able to do and create and sell. And no, you're probably not passionate about Canva at all, but honestly, it takes like zero overhead and zero experience, and people literally make thousands each month making and selling Canva templates, which is what makes it the perfect gateway product to starting your own online business and selling some type of digital product so you can live that life of freedom. Everybody just goes to Canva. Canva's free, and it has a pro version too for some of the better looking stuff. It's super easy to use, whether you're a small business or even a seasoned graphic designer. I mean, my wife and I still use Canva, and we still have our assistants and our graphic designers use Canva in our 7-figure business because honestly, it gets the job done. And it's a lot easier than hiring out or going to Fiverr or something. Now, you also might be asking, Doug, who in their right mind would pay for a Canva template when Canva already has templates for free? Now, I get it, okay? There's free stuff that's there, everyone likes free, but what's that old saying, you get what you pay for. If you don't pay anything for it, it might not be the best. So imagine that you're a really expensive helmet salesman and you sell really expensive helmets like these, but you suck at marketing, okay? Like, you can't design at all, you can't make a flyer to save your life, you can't really do anything to make something look good to be able to sell to your audience. So then you hear about this really cool program called Canva, and you're like, awesome, I'm gonna go make some dope marketing material by going to Canva, grabbing a free template. I hear it's free, which is better than Adobe Photoshop's like $19.99 a month or whatever it is. And so you get there and you pull up a template, you type in, like Instagram story, you type in Instagram carousel, pull up the thing, and then you just sit there and you're just looking at like a blank template, or you're looking at a template of some like fitness influencer, or you're looking at a template of like a real estate guru. And really what you're looking at is just a bunch of templates that aren't relevant to your niche. They're not relevant to exactly what you do, which is selling a really expensive racing helmet. And the reason I picked that idea is because it's a very niche thing. It's a very specific thing. It's not like I'm just a salesman. I'm a salesman of a specific product to a specific audience with a specific need. And so if you're already unimaginative and you already can't figure this out, and you go to Canva and you can't imagine yourself putting together some type of very specific template like this that's going to really appeal to your target audience, it's just the same as if you didn't design anything at all. But what if you came across a package, or you came across something that's like online and you see it and it says amazingly fire marketing materials for anyone who's selling racing helmets, and you will triple your sales? Like, that would be the headline. Even if you suck, these things are going to work for you to help you sell your racing helmet, you sucky salesman. So you see this thing and you're like, well, what the hell? This thing was made just for me. This is perfect. I'm going to pay whatever it takes because it takes out all of the guesswork for me. It takes out all the creativity. It's already made for me, a specific person selling a specific thing to a specific audience. And why does that matter? Well, it's because it makes their life, or it makes your life, whoever it is that's selling that specific person, it makes their life so much easier than trying to convert a generic template and just swapping out some colors. People don't want generic items. They want an item that's customized specifically for them. And I want you to be able to take that mentality into creating Canva templates to sell to people. I want you to take the mentality that, hey, I need to make a very specific template for somebody that has a very specific problem if I'm going to stand out and if I'm going to make money with this product. I mean, it could be things like real estate gurus, it could be coaches, it could be moms, it could be fitness moms. There's even like gamer YouTube templates in Canva where it's like all gaming YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that. There's a ton of stuff for very specific people. And those are the things that are going to be successful when selling on places like Etsy or through Instagram or on your own site. So the first step that you're going to do is you're going to actually figure out what you are selling and who you're selling it to, which is why I went on that big old tangent that was there. I told you it was going to be relevant. If you don't have a passion or you just really don't care, then head over to Etsy, start looking at some different products that they have that's available, like different Canva templates, and then just see what seems to be most popular. Now you can go and get a different like Etsy tool or an Etsy SEO tool, but honestly, if you go in there and you start looking at different types of templates, you could just start slapping different types of niches in front of them, and you'll start to see that there's kind of a trend for what types of industries are kind of more popular. Now, but if you do have a passion, and if you are passionate about something, then that actually goes a long way because you know how to actually take something and make it specifically for that specific person. So like, for instance, if I go back to the racing example, I really like racing. So if I was going to make some type of a Canva template for a like racing YouTuber, I'd be able to think about what they would more specifically typically want to see in their template rather than somebody that's either just generic or it's something that's off-brand. But again, if you don't have a passion or you really don't care and you just want to make that money, go find something that's popular and then attach like a sub niche to it to try to target a smaller audience and cut down on your competition. Now, the second thing that you're going to, obviously, is you're going to go make your product. Now, this isn't going to be the step-by-step on how to click and drag and how to make Canva templates. I'm not a creative person either. I'm not going to sit there and actually create one like that. If I do, it's going to take a really long time and it's going to have its own video that's here. But before you start making your actual product, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. Obviously, number one, you need to use Canva. Okay, like that's the whole thing. A Canva template has to be done on Canva. But Canva also has specific rules for selling their templates. Okay, the first one is that you obviously can't just sit there and copy and paste and change a few colors and then resell it. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you have to think about this, and like if you're going to court and somebody's trying to sue you for copying their design, you need to make it blatantly obvious that you did not copy their design. Go to Canva, find templates for inspiration in terms of like layouts and design and color, but you need to be able to make it your own. Don't just mash all of them together. Pick and choose different parts from different templates. The next thing is that if you do sell a Canva template, you actually need to link back to Canva. Okay, like Canva doesn't want people taking their templates and then ripping them and then moving them somewhere else off of the Canva site. Canva wants people to come back to Canva and to sign up and to potentially sign up for things like their pro version. And so when you sell a Canva template and when you deliver it, you actually have to provide a link, the template link, back to Canva so people register for it. That's what's in it for Canva. Okay, so keeping those things in mind, go find some good examples within your niche or within your industry. See what they include, see how many pages they are, see what kind of sections that they have for whatever kind of template is that you're doing. It could be a template that's all about like a sales page template, or it could be an email newsletter template. It could be an ebook template. There's a lot of different things that it could be, so just go out there and kind of look and see what they include. But it has to be custom. And then finally, something to keep in mind while you're creating your product is that if you do have a pro version and you use pro elements, whoever you're selling it to has to also have a pro account. If they're not using a pro account, I think at this point when recording the video, they're able to like export it, but it has a big watermark on it and it's not something that's really going to work, to be honest. And then the third step, obviously, after you've made it, is you're going to go ahead and list it. So first, you'll need to create the listing. I would recommend using mockups. If you go look at Etsy, you'll see that no one just puts up like a square picture of their product. Okay, everybody puts up a picture of their product and there's like mock-ups of it being printed or mock-ups of it being used somewhere. And so you want to make your product look very presentable. That way you have good images and that way you stand out. Then also you want to make sure you accurately describe whatever it is that you're selling. Okay, use those niche keywords, use those niche specific terms, use industry specific terms, whatever it may be, to try to be able to stand out within that Etsy search engine, because it's at the end of the day a search engine. For example, if it's a gaming channel, you're going to be calling it like gaming YouTube Canva template bundle or something like that. Next, you're going to want to go through and actually think about how you're going to prepare it for delivery. So you're actually going to go back to Canva and you're going to make another PDF that's here, which is actually kind of like an instructional document. Okay, and the instructional document is just going to say, hey, here's the link that you have to be able to get to your template. Here's how you use it. Here's how you can change things. If you've never done this, then you export that from Canva and you're going to use that as your deliverable for your product on Etsy. And then, don't forget, you also have to figure out how you're going to price it. And really, to start, you really want to price competitively, but I would highly recommend pricing lower than what other people are currently pricing at. And there's a reason for this, okay? If you can start to build up reviews and if you can get a like star seller mark on your account, it's going to really just benefit you in the long run. Okay, and this is a similar strategy in terms of what they have for Amazon as well, is that the more sales that you can get, the more that Etsy or Amazon or really any other marketplace is going to want to show your listing, because they get a percentage cut of your product, right? Lower your price to start with, to be able to build up reviews, to be able to build up trust, to be able to get some, the stars that are going to show up on your listing. Then you can increase your price to a more higher margin price for yourself. So once you've had the product, you've listed it, you've taken pictures, you priced it, you've set it live, there you go, that's it. Now, if you have something to be able to market with, then awesome, go for it. But if not, really make sure that your Etsy listing is optimized so that way you can start selling that product and you can start creating that life of freedom that you've always wanted through a digital product. And look, Canva is awesome. And the ability to create a digital product so quickly and list it so quickly and make that side income, there's nothing like it. But in my opinion, they're not going to be the thing that really changes your life. If you want to take your online business's income to the next level, then I highly recommend that you check out the training that's down below that's going to talk to you all about how my wife and I run a 7-figure business selling digital products like courses and coaching programs, something that costs a little bit more than a Canva template. Again, Canva templates are awesome, okay? It gets you in the door. It's the gateway drug, and hopefully YouTube doesn't flag me for saying that, but it's the gateway to running an online business, an online informational products business. If you want to hit really big revenue numbers, you got to start selling something at a higher price. And again, I talk about all that down in the description below. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.